Hello, my scrappy friends, and welcome to August. Thank you ever so much for stopping by my channel today. Today's first share is for Craft Plus, and we are playing along with Rockabye Nursery Rhymes. As you can see, I've been inspired by Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. If you know me, you know that stars are my thing. You know that I tell my boys that I love them to the stars and back. And if you have been to my house, you have seen this quote on my youngest child's bedroom wall. But for some reason, I could not think of what nursery rhyme I wanted to run with. But when I worked it out, this idea came together pretty quickly. So, the whole title is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Do You Know How Loved You Are? And I just love it. So you can see I've cut that on some light blue pattern paper. It's an old 2012 Bella Boulevard collection. I've cut that. I will leave the silhouette cut number ID thing in the description box below. You can see I've cut that. I cut a bunch of stars also, which I didn't end up using, which was not my intention. So I decided that I was going to trim down my craft cardstock and mat it on the leftovers of this blue. You can see I'm just doing that here. I'm distressing the edges and I'm going to stick that down. Now you can see on two sides I've got hardly any clearance at all. So I'm going to stick this down and then I'm going to flip this over and stick some scrap white onto the back so that it doesn't stick to everything that I don't want it to stick to. Done. I'm going to ruffle up the edges a little bit, which I did distress. The photo that I'm scrapbooking today is of me and my newest nephew, who was born in June. And I'm going with light blues. I've got some Nouveau embellishment mousse in, what colour is it called? Powder blue, and this Paige Evans stencil. It's all the stars. Because how can I not use a star stencil with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? I'm going to apply this in 3 places, and you can see I am having to work it quite hard. I'm having to be quite forceful with it. Use those products, people. They dry up way too quick. No, not way too quick, but it's easy to neglect them. So use them, play. I'm just trying to make sure I get some really nice star shapes here. You can see I've got a 4x6 photo, which I really thought I was going to use, but you will see in a minute that I come back in with a smaller photo. I'm going to apply this embellishment mousse to three places, and I'm just turning my stencil as I do it so that the stars make a somewhat different pattern. I love this stuff. The Nouveau embellishment mousse is awesome. Sorry, I'm still not 100% well, so I've got my water with me all the time. Just had to take a drink. Just applying that last little bit to this bottom corner here. This colour is so pretty. Alright, I'm not going to make you watch me clean up, but I did decide that I wanted to add some splatters in the same colour, so all I've done is scraped some of that embellishment mousse out, put it on my non-stick mat, added water, and I'm going in with a paintbrush. It wasn't quite liquidy enough, so just spritzed a little bit more water. I'm just going to splatter that over where the stars are. And then I think that my mixed media is done, so I'm going to set my background aside. But first I'm going to add a ton of splatters. One of the beautiful things about using this product is if you add more on top, it does not reactivate or move. It's all dry now. I love the way it feels. So you can see I've got my smaller photo here. I'm going to mount that on some white cardstock, and rather than cutting into a whole new piece, I just decided to use a strip that I cut off, and you're not even going to be able to see the join. And I have got this little U by Crate Paper 6x6 paper pad. I didn't buy a lot of this collection. I think I got the ephemera, the 6x6, and the chipboard sheet. And I'm just going to pull out some patterns and cut parts that I think I want to use, which I end up changing anyway. I was looking for a really soft blue and I couldn't. It's more of a mint green in this collection, which I love, but it wasn't what I was looking for. So I've pulled out a couple of patterns there, going through again looking for the mint, not the mint blue, because mint blue is not a colour, looking for the light blue, and I can't find any, so I'll go, okay, I'll see if I can work with this mint. These little hedgehogs are absolutely adorable. I'm going to add that as a layer behind there. Then I decide for something. I was going to use that mint, and then I was like, no, I've got the blue here. I'm going to use the blue. So that's what I'm going with, just cutting a small mat of that. And then I decide here that I'm going to chop this in two. I'm going to layer one piece at the top. These little hedgehogs are so cute. I don't want to cover them up, and that's going to cause me an issue in a minute. So I've just, off camera, I pulled that top part, no, I'm doing that now. Pull that top part out, and I'm going to tuck that between the photo and the white cardstock, and then that covers up that join completely. Now, this little hedgehog face is adorable. You'll see that I play with this. This is way too long, chop it down, but I didn't want to completely cover up the little faces, so I'm left with this piece that's a bit longer than what I had intended to start with, and I'm going to try and work with that. Trimming this down a little bit. That blue's a bit too big. And then I remembered I had these awesome photo corners in the same light blue. I'm going to add those on and then distress all the edges of those couple of layers behind my photo. This little bear says little man cub. I was just like, this is just so adorable. I'm including that. I don't actually add too much more from here, but I kind of got stuck here. I was like, oh, this isn't working. I'm not loving it. I like it. What can I do though? So I'm going to play with the title, and I'm like, I'm not loving this banner. It's too long. So I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm going to pull it out. As much as I love these hedgehogs, they're just not working. So I have sped this up super fast. It's not working for me. I'm going to go with the star pattern. So it's a cream with black stars. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing, but I can use a smaller piece down the bottom there. Then I had a fiasco with these photo corners because I'd lifted them up and then they stuck to my fingers. So I don't make you watch all of that. But I'm going to distress the edges here, and then I'm going to swap out that top pattern with the hedgehogs to the stars as well. Pop that in there. It's not in the right place. Put my photo corner back on. I'm like, that's not in the right place. I have to move it again. Move that over, and then I'm going to distress the edges on that. And I feel like this works heaps better. I have a few other little bits and pieces from this Bella Boulevard collection. So I've pulled out a couple of word strip stickers. One says celebrate and the other says adorable or something. And this is the first time I think that I met my new little nephew. And so I'm like, oh, I like this, but I'm still not loving it. What can I do? So I pull out the embellishment mousse again, and I'm watering that down. I've had the idea that I'm going to use this as a bit of a colour wash. So I'm just using my palette knives, some water and that embellishment mousse, mixing that up. Now, if you haven't used these have got a beautiful like pearly sheen to them. They are absolutely gorgeous. So fun to work with, so versatile. And like I said before, when I reapply this over the top here, it doesn't reactivate those splatters I've put down, and I really love that. So I've got layers on layers on layers of the exact same product, same colour, but it looks different in each layer, which I really love. So you can see I'm just doing a really light brush of that um, all over that background. I know that a lot of this is going to be covered up, mixing a bit more up. And I'm not being particularly careful with it. I am making sure that I'm starting in the middle so that the edges have more of a faded out look. Mixing up some more of that colour. Adding a bit more. And then my leftovers I'm going to just splatter over the top. So I've got the stenciling, then I've got the splatters underneath, then I've got the watercolour on top, and then I've got the splatters on top. I really like that tone on tone on tone on that craft. I would never ever have thought to put craft with this for this particular thing until I saw the challenge, and I was like, yes, that's what I'm going to do. So I was like, I'm much happier with that, but what else can I do? So I've still got my cut file open in my design studio on my Cameo, and I went back in and I did an offset on my words, and I've cut those in white cardstock. I'm going to zoom in. No, there you go. So I'm sticking the blue to the white. Yeah, I'm going to zoom in here so that you can see what I've done. I've used spray adhesive, which gives me the ability for it not to stick immediately. So I can move these around until they're in the right spot. There you go. Now I forgot to zoom out again, but it's only for a minute. I decided I wanted to add in some silver thread. Tuck that up behind the top right hand corner of the photo, and I think I'll glue that down straight away. Oh, I'm not zoomed out, so I zoom back out again. Yes, I'm loving this. So I'm going to glue that top corner of the photo down. I think I'm going to, what am I going to do next? I think I'm going to add more thread to the bottom left of the photo. I really love the silver with this light blue. It's so pretty. I haven't added my journaling yet because I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to add it. But I'm thinking maybe the top left hand corner. So I'm just gluing all my bits down. I'm going to I've added some foam behind the photo and the little man cub cut apart. What am I doing? I'm just adding a little bit of foam behind those word stickers so that they're on the right level. And then I'm going to stick my title down. And again, I do not make you watch all of this. It is not all that interesting. I do muck around with it for a while. Because the cut file is so thin, I do go in with my cloth and just dab up any of the extra glue that's splattered out. There is the rest of my title, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, do you know how loved you are? It's so cute. I was like, what else can I add here? So some white splatters. I felt like I needed a little bit of contrast. As much as I love all those shades of blue on top of each other, the same colour, I was like, okay, I really like how the word loved stands out, so I'm going to add in the white splatters, and then I'm going to come in with a darker blue in splatters and also some silver because I've got that silver thread. And I love the contrast and the depth that this helps bring to the page. And I come in with my blue, just using the nozzle of my mist bottle. I have no idea which colour blue I used, so please don't ask. And then my very final touch is I just add 3 of these blue stars. They're puffy stars from Bella Boulevard, and here are some close-ups. So make sure you head over to the Craft Plus blog, Facebook page, Instagram, follow all of the amazing design team inspiration. I had a lot of fun with this challenge once I finally worked out what I was doing. My little nephew's so cute. He's so cute. But yes, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, do you know how loved you are? I hope you've enjoyed my share today. I don't know if it's going to go up the 1st or the 2nd, but make sure you come back tomorrow for another share because 1st of the month means challenges. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you again soon. Bye.